Good morning, children. Welcome to Nelson's Primary School Distant Education System, grade 7th, subject English Grammar. Children, in these sessions, we have been clearing out the transformation of active to passive voice with those 8 subtenses, imperative statements, modals, and the sentences that beginning with let. So today, this exercise, what we are going to do, active to passive voice, Fairbook exercise 11, that is a mixed kind of exercise in which all the kinds of subtenses, all 8 subtenses, modals, imperative statements, all of them are put together, and that's a mixed exercise. So it's change into passive voice. Number 1, we must cross the road only at the zebra crossing. So it is we is the subject, so put a box. Must cross, must is the modal, so it is must cross is the verb, underline it. The road is the object, so you have to circle it. Now bring the road ahead, so it is the road must, because with modal we always put BEB. So it is the road must be, third form of the verb cross, crossed, crossed. Then add fourth step by. Then this is we will, if you drag it behind, it becomes us. So it is the road must be crossed by us only at the zebra crossing. Number 2, don't blame others for your failures. So it's an imperative statement, so you won't have the subject in that case. So do blame or don't blame is the verb, underline it. Others is the object, you have to circle it. So you can give both the answers as I have taught you. With let also I'll tell you. So it's let others not be blamed for your failure. And using should, so you can bring the object ahead. So others should not be blamed for your failure. So the only thing you have to do it in the imperative sentences is to add the word be. Number 3, such difficulties do not discourage me. So it is such difficulties, subject, so put a box. Do discourage is the verb, underline it. Me is the object, you have to circle it. Now do not discourage, when you see the verb, it is a simple present tense. So in simple present tense we add am is are. Because you're going to bring me ahead, it becomes I, so I'll be adding am. So it is I am not. Discouraged, third form is discouraged. So it's discouraged, add by, and then drag the subject at the end, such difficulties. So it sounds, I am not discouraged by such difficulties. Number 4, they will make fun of you for asking such a simple question. So they is the subject, put a box. Will make fun is the verb, underline it. Of is the preposition that follows, and you is the object, you have to circle it. For asking such a simple question is extra words, are extra words. So you have to bring you remains you when it comes as in subject ahead, or the object becomes subject. Now will make fun, so it is a simple future tense. So again in simple future tense only one word is added, that is be, and the verb comes to its third form. So it is you will be, now make, made, fun of, because fun, this is a preposition that follows, so it will follow here also. Will be made fun of, then add by, drag the subject at the last, they, that becomes them, and for asking such a simple question is extra words. So it sounds, you will be made fun of by them for asking such a simple question. Number 5, the principal had already invited the teachers to give their views. So the principal is the subject, box it. Had invited is the verb, underline it. Already is an adverb. The teachers is the object, so you have to box it. Now bring the teachers ahead. Okay, now this is had invited means past perfect tense. Only one word is to be added, that is BEE and been. So it is the teachers had, adverb comes, already been invited by, add by, the principal to give their views. Now number 6, they can develop this place as an attractive tourist spot. So it is there is the subject, box it. Can develop is the verb, underline it. Can is a modal. So only in modal we have to add only one word, that is BEB. This place is an object, so you have to circle it. So this place, you'll bring it ahead. This place can be, as I'm adding one word BEB. Developed, third form is developed. So it is can be developed as an attractive tourist spot. Now, number 7, treat the guests courteously and respectfully. So again, this is an imperative kind of a sentence as some advice is given to you. So treat, in imperative sentences, we won't have subject. So treat is the verb, underline it. The guests is the object, we have to circle it. Now this, as I have told you, imperative answers could be given in both, two alternatives are there. You can give it in let, you can even give it in should. Here I have mentioned with should, but I'll be even explaining you with the let. So first when we begin with the let, so it's let the guests, okay. If the sentence is imperative, again only one word is added, that is be, though using let or using should. So it is let the guests be, with be, third form comes, so treat, treated, treated. So it is the let the guests be treated courteously and respectfully. Now when which should you are using, so it is the guests should be treated courteously and respectfully. Number 8, let him collect the necessary information. So this is a sentence already beginning with let, and in beginning also I've explained you that though it is him, the word of object is used, but actually it is the performer of the action. This is a subject, collect is the verb, the necessary information is the object. So it is sentence already beginning with let, so you also have to begin it with let only. So it is let the necessary information be, you have to add with let, and collects third form will be collect, collected, collected. So it is let the necessary information be collected, add by, and him when you are dragging behind it remains him. Okay. Number 9, the management ought to accept some demands of the workers. So it is the management is the subject, box it, ought to accept, sorry. So it is ought to accept is the verb, so you have to underline it. Some demands of the workers is the object, so you have to circle it. Now some demands of the worker you have to bring ahead. Some demands of the workers ought to is a model. With model again one word we are adding, that is be. So accept changes to accepted, accepted. So it is some demands of the workers ought to be accepted, add by the management. Now, number 10, the municipal authorities are giving a facelift to the main fort building. So it is the municipal authorities is the subject, so box it. Are giving is the verb, so underline it. A facelift is the object, you have to circle it. So now a facelift to bring ahead. Are giving is a present continuous tense. So again you can continue with am is are, but you have to give ing to be, so it becomes being. And third form of give will be give, gave, given. So it is a facelift because it is a singular noun. So it is a facelift is give ing here. So it is being, and third form as I have told you, give, gave, given. Add fourth step by, drag the subject at the last, the municipal authorities, to the main fort building. You can even take the object as a facelift to the main fort building. So the answer could be a facelift to the main fort building is being given by the municipal authorities. Number 11, did that sudden noise frighten you? So it's an interrogative kind of a statement. That sudden noise is the subject, so box it. Did frighten is the verb, underline it. And you is the object, so you have to circle it. Now it's an interrogative statement and beginning with a helping verb. So I'll also begin with helping verb. The only difference that makes is did gets replaced with was and were. That depends upon what you're going to bring ahead. You're going to bring you ahead, so it's plural. So you will take were. So were you. Third form of the verb frightened, so it's frightened, frightened, frightened. So were you frightened? Add fourth step by, track the subject at the last, that sudden noise. So it's were you frightened by that sudden noise. Number 12, can you deliver this book to me at my residence? Again interrogative type of a statement, but it's a model statement, so you have to add only one word, that is be, and verb in its past participle form. Now you is the subject, you box it. Can deliver is the verb, underline it. This book is the object, so you have to circle it. So begin with that same thing. Can remains can. Okay. This book you bring ahead. So it is can this book. Now add be. Immediately beside that the third form of the verb deliver. So it's delivered. So it's can this book be delivered to me at my residence. Number 13, who will anchor the new reality show on the Z channel? So it's who, and as I've told you, it's an interrogative statement, and whenever the WH question who is used, in that case almost, or you can say in most of the cases, the subject stands for this, who stands for that subject only. Fine. So subject goes missing. So we don't have a subject. Will anchor is the verb, the new reality show. Okay. So this is the object. Now who will be changed to, as I've told you, in interrogative statement, WH questions, you have to put a triangle and bring down in the same manner. So you have to change it to by whom, okay. Then by whom, and WH question is the best friend with helping verbs. So it is will anchor, simple future. Again you will be adding only one word, that is be. but WH plus helping verb are the best friends, and BE form and the third form of the verbs are the best friend. So it is by whom will, okay. Then bring the object, the new reality show. Then add BEB and the third form of the verb, anchor, anchored, anchored, okay, on the Z channel. So it sounds, by whom will the new reality show be anchored on the Z channel? Number 14, what were the men loading in the truck? Now, the men is the subject, so box it. Were loading is the verb, so you have to underline it. Now, this only they are saying, what were they loading? So, object goes missing. So, this what stands for object this time. As who stands for subject, this time the what stands for object. So, we don't have object in this statement. Fine. And WH question, so I'll be putting a triangle over it. Then WH you bring down same. Now, were loading is a past continuous tense. So, you can continue using was and were as per the need. But now, object goes missing. Now, when the object is missing, we can assume that the object is in singular, and based on that, we'll take the singular verb, that is was. Okay. Now, loadings ing you give to BE, so it becomes BEING. And third form of load is load, loaded, loaded. So it is what? WH plus helping verb, as they are the best friends. WH plus helping verb, what was? Then give ing here, being. Third form, and these two are the best friends. So what was being loaded? Now children, here you can see that there is no object here. Why? Because object is missing in the statement. If the object was there, then it could be WH plus helping verb, then object, then BE form and third form. So it is what was being loaded in the truck by, add fourth step by, and drag the subject at the last, the men. Number 15, how did Mr. Mahajan manage such a big business? So it's Mr. Mahajan is the subject, box it. Did manage is the verb, underline it. Such a big business is the object, so we have to circle it. Now again, it is an interrogative type of a statement and it's WH question, so I'll be putting a triangle over it and bringing down in the same manner. Did manage is a simple past tense. With simple past tense, we can add was and were, and usually did gets replaced with was and were. That depends upon what you are going to bring ahead. You are going to bring ahead such a big business, singular, so you will be using was. So it is how was, WH plus helping verb, best friends. Then object, such a big business. Managed, because we don't have here BE form, so only the third form of the verb, managed. Add fourth step by and drag the subject at the last, Mr. Mahajan. So it sounds, how was such a big business being managed by Mr. Mahajan?